Can't believe you bought a car with a Bose stereo. You're going to have to take that label off.
I will.
Put Samsung or something on it.
Samsung or Philips or something.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
It's been a busy few days.
Yeah.
Up in Struer.
Yeah. So you flew from London?
London Heathrow to Billund.
Yeah.
Got to the airport expecting to race over to Vila station to get the last train on Sunday night.
Okay.
So Bang Olufsen sent a car for me. So
what?
Wow.
They never sent a car for me.
No, they've never done that before. So thank you, Bang Olufsen.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I had 2 days, go around the factory. Went to see a friend who's got an amazing vintage B&O collection, better than the Struer Museum.
So Morten?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know Morten.
Yeah, I know
Vigo,
Morten.
Yes.
Yeah, Morten and Vigo. Yeah. I haven't seen the collection yet. Last time I was there, I drove up there and I saw the shop, did an interview with the guys, but I arrived at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and I had the wife and the kid at my family's house in Aalborg, so I had to leave, and then out of a sudden my 911 didn't have any voltage on the battery.
Oh yes,
so
terminals corrode, don't they?
So I couldn't start it up, and it was a pain in the ass that day. So I didn't get to see it, but I have promised that I want to come up there and want to do a scene of it. Yes. It's amazing, isn't it? It is. Oh yes. Yeah, I can imagine. So what was the finest edition in your opinion in the museum?
The one that Vigo's most proud of is he has a B&O shaver, but it's green. It's the only one in existence.
A shaver?
Yeah, B&O.
Okay,
the B&O made shavers. Yeah. So yeah, it's green Bakelite.
Wow.
So yeah, if you're a B&O anorak, I suppose that's good. But they've got, I think, 4 or 5 eliminators that Peter and Sven made themselves by hand in 1925.
Wow.
Yeah. They've got the first colour television in Denmark. They've got the first television that was ever sold in Denmark, the first black and white one.
Wow.
They've got 500 Beolits, they've got 100 B&O. 500 Beolits, yeah.
Jesus.
100 B&O TVs. Yeah, about 1,000 pieces in the collection.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Brilliant, yeah.
I know that they're collecting all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what after you went to see the factory 5?
Yeah, been around Factory 5, had a look at the aluminium finishing and making the BLab 90 frames. Continued my 10-year-old argument with Jeff Martin about sound design because he does it wrong. He listens to his music too loud, and so he doesn't get the balance of the speakers how they should be, in my view.
But isn't that just the beauty of everything?
Yes.
It's the difference of an opinion, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But the reason behind it is, I think with what we've got on video with Jeff, we've got the basis of how everybody can get their music right.
Yes.
Because Jeff and I do things so differently.
Yeah, and I think the main purpose of what Jeff is also doing is that no matter how hi-fi nerdy you are, you can get them home, set them up, and it will just sound fantastic.
That's right, yeah.
And that's the main key, right?
Yeah.
So for the nerdy people, you need some other kind of tweaking, right?
Yes, and the video, when we've got that ready, that is basically about how to go about getting that last 10% out of the speakers.
Yeah.
However you listen to your music, it's how to get the approach right so that you understand what you need to work on and how to improve.
Yeah. So you went to BO?
Yes, that's right. They won't allow me back, I don't think. Because,
why? What did you break?
Well, they've got a wonderful Beogram 7000 in there on the Beatmaster, and very, very impressive. You can say, hey Google, play the turntable. Yes. It plays, but what you can't do is pick up the Beolit 1000 that's next to it and press the light button and work the lights.
Oh.
And the software, all the hardware and software is there in their converters, but they haven't enabled it.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, because it's
he's gonna have to fix that.
Of course, you can send an IR commando to the BeoLink intelligence.
Yeah, that's
through
right,
the
through the
BeoLink gateway. Yeah.
So because it's master control link, then yes, you go through the B-Link converter, I think, to the B-Link intelligence. But I know that's me being picky, but
who showed you around?
Henrik Torp Nielsen.
Okay.
So he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And had fun. I put out on social media that I'd be in Den Glada Pingvin on Monday night. And if anybody wanted to pop in, so we had some B&O guys from UK who were over. So hi Phil, if you one guy who's a long-time friend of mine online drove up from Germany.
Oh, really?
Which is brilliant, yeah.
Wow.
And then the mayor of Struer, who's got BLab 5s at home, popped in and bought us all a drink.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What an epic story.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I mean, Den Glade Pingvin.
My Danish is tremendous.
It's brilliant. It's gonna be better in a few minutes. But it's the place where all the B&O people are meeting up, right?
Yeah.
For having a beer after work and stuff.
That's right. Yeah. It's the place.
It's the place in Struer. Yeah. Okay, so. And you slept at the hotel with the B&O
That's right.
TVs?
Yeah, the Struer Grand.
Yeah.
So I had a Beer Vision 1032 in the room.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So after Struer, you were done yesterday evening, or?
That's right. I got the train down. Well, in fact, there were loads more meetings. The problem is you probably gather with YouTubing, when you come to B&O, you're in the middle of a meeting and somebody calls in and goes, "Hi."
Yeah.
I'm Fred, I'm Eric, or whoever, and which has been lovely. It's been great to say hello to people who I've only chatted to online at the now. I went to the beergrams in Factory 3.
Oh,
classic beergrams.
Yeah.
And the best bit of the whole trip was seeing my cables sat on the shelf that I sent to them.
I saw that picture. I saw that picture. That is epic. I just today, when I picked her up, met a new person that I never met before.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hi, Henrik," and I was like, "Hello, who are you?" And then he introduced himself.
Yeah.
Very nice person. All of them are nice.
Yes. And that's the thing, I've never come across a luxury brand like this where the people who work there genuinely love the brand. So chatting with Christian Tier this morning, he's owned B&O since the 90s.
Yep.
And his family have had an interest, and it's not just something that he's taken on the job. He's got a love for the brand, and has owned the products, and that goes all the way through the company.
Yeah, the person I just spoke to, he said that he saw the video where I was in Struer and visited Kristen and Jacob. And they showed me the harmony.
Yes.
And he said that video made him buy the harmony.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy that works at Bang Olufsen.
Yes.
So it also shows that the content that you make, that I make, inspires their own people as well, which is that's just fantastic.
Oh yeah. Well, I bought my own first B&O piece when I was 13.
Yeah.
So a few years ago. But in another, let's say when I'm 75, I still want B&O to be making things that I want to buy.
Yeah.
So that's why I YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I want people to love the brand, buy the products, and I want Bang Olufsen
to
succeed and to improve, so that I can go in and when I'm retired go and buy the things and they'll make the things that will keep them alive.
Yeah. I want the exact same thing. If it's gonna happen or not, I don't know, but I really do hope so.
It will happen.
I hope so.
It will happen. So I think things are really positive. We're saying we're coming out of COVID, we're coming out of we're in a global recession.
I just have to say that today the Danish Prime Minister went out on television and said that COVID is back.
Yes, I know the numbers are rising.
That was actually, sorry Mads, I will pick up later. That is the guy that has the distribution of Celestial and Palatial.
Oh, right.
Yeah. The Origin Acoustic guy.
Yeah.
I will call you back, Mads. Yeah, okay, so you took the train from...
Yeah, from Struer down to Weiler.
Yeah.
I had, I think, 1 minute to change trains to get onto the IC3 train. Down
to Copenhagen.
Yeah. And then I think last night was graduation night for the kids in...
Yes.
Yeah, so it was great. party atmosphere in Copenhagen.
I mean, they all graduated the past few days.
Yeah.
And then we have a special thing in Denmark where you go on back of those kind of lorry things with open sides.
Oh yes.
And then they have DJs and beers on top, and then they decorate the wagons and they drive around and just whistles, and it's a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you went to Copenhagen and then to Lyngby.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a long trip too.
It is. Yeah. It's my daughter's 15th birthday tomorrow. So hi Ruth.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I've got to be back for that. So I think I land in Heathrow about 9-10 o'clock tonight with a 2-hour drive ahead, and then I'll be back before midnight.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, and I can imagine. I know when you go out and do these kind of things, you're just done.
Yes.
I mean, your head on the plane tonight, it's gonna be closed down.
Yeah. But the thing with video, and particularly you interview somebody like Jeff Martin, who is world leading at what he does, you can't switch your brain off.
No.
If you make a mistake, you ask a silly question, he'll trip you up. Not because he's mean, but just because he knows his stuff.
Yeah, and he's very passionate about it. Yeah, and he wants to deliver that kind of expertise to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So where we're going right now, we're gonna call it the BOTF Diner.
Okay.
It is the most beautiful store in all of Copenhagen area.
Okay.
And it just got rebranded with new furnitures and everything.
Yeah.
And we're gonna sit down, and I had them to collect some food.
Oh wow.
I wrote them yesterday. I texted them yesterday, and they gathered 3 different things that we're gonna share.
Okay.
And you're gonna get the name of the food in English. What the name in Danish is converted to in English, and then we're gonna figure out if you like it or if you don't like it. It's not nasty.
Right.
Don't worry.
No surströmming.
No. I'm not that kind of guy. That's Eric.
Yeah.
So we're gonna taste it, and then we're gonna figure out what food what brand or what product in the Bang Olufsen line it reminds you of.
Superb.
So we're gonna taste it, talk about it, then we're gonna go to the product in the store that it reminds you of.
Brilliant.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh no,
but it will be fun.
Yeah, I tend to think of speakers as cars, because you can think about how you use it, about what it reminds you of, how it makes you feel. So this
speaker here, that must be some kind of a practical speaker.
Yeah, this is a tricky one, because this is almost the ultimate car for everything, isn't it?
It could be.
Yeah, you've got the power, you've got the space, you can put a ladder or some IKEA furniture in the back, you can take your kids to the park.
Yeah. Balance?
Yeah. Probably balance, because it's subtle. It doesn't
show off.
No, that's right. It doesn't look supercar.
Nope.
But there's nothing on the road that would really beat this in everyday use, is there? So
I understand. That's what we're gonna do in the store. And then I wrote this morning to all the BOTFs in Denmark.
Yeah.
So what, do you have any questions for Mr. Steve?
Right.
And I think I have picked some of them.
Yeah.
And
give me the worst ones.
No. We'll go through them. Actually, the worst thing was that I wanted them to ask questions, and they were like, "Oh, Steve, he's such a nice person." I was just like, that's not a freaking question. "Oh, Steve, I really love his cables." Yeah, but should I ask Steve, is he also love his cables?
Yeah, I do genuinely. Oh, Bang Olufsen.
Yep.
Yeah, I do genuinely use them at home, and that's where they come from. If I wouldn't use it at home, I wouldn't expect somebody else to.
No, exactly. So that is what the next hour will go with, is to figure out what kind of food matches a TV speaker, whatever. And I think it's gonna be crazy fun.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. So we'll see you inside the store. Now we're gonna get a parking spot somewhere, and I have no idea where. Welcome to Bang Olufsen in Hellerup. That's the name of the city.
Yes.
In my opinion, as I said before in the car, the best looking shop in all of Copenhagen area.
Right.
I actually got the guys from the store to pick up some food for you.
Super.
And as I said in the car, we need to figure out what you would match it against.
Yeah. Okay.
I almost got all I asked for, but they one of them, and in Danish it's called frikadelle, we couldn't get.
Okay.
Apparently they were out.
Right.
So Steve, the person from the store, he got something different, which I really hate.
You're not selling it well.
No, and I don't remember the English name of it. I think it's Herring? Herring?
Fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where we're gonna start.
Right.
It's every Sunday in Denmark.
Yeah.
We get this, and then you get a little snaps to it. We're not gonna do that today because I need to drive, and you need to be sober when you have to go to the airplane and drive later. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna take it over here so you can't see it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take one out for you. There you go.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna cut it in half over here. Damn, it looks so nasty. So what you said about surstrømning might kind of apply here. I can't eat more than one bite of this, I think.
Right.
But this is herring. In Danish, it's called sild. So it's just it doesn't have a cool name, but it's just herring.
Okay.
And then we need to figure out what kind of product you will match this to.
Right. So we're not just talking speakers. We're talking
everything. You can take a. They have older stuff out here. They have newer stuff. They have everything.
Right.
So let's try it out.
Okay.
And I don't know. It's some kind of a cream that's on top here.
Right.
Steve, skal man spise skindet? You have to eat it all. It doesn't look good.
No. I can tell you straight away.
It got some kind of a after.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
I know exactly what this is.
Okay.
This is our favourite thing to argue about. This is beer sound emerge in food because it doesn't sell itself well. It's great in a small quantity. Like with the emerge, it's lovely when you have just a little bit of music for quiet in the background. It doesn't do loud, doesn't do big. You don't have a big amount of this. It doesn't sell itself well, but the first taste, it's lovely. Small amounts, and Henrik hates it, so
it does fit right, yeah.
Yeah, but that is beer sound emerge definitely in a food.
Yeah, it's not for me. Oh yeah, we're gonna end up at your hometown or home country.
Right.
So the next one is actually I really like this.
Yeah.
And I don't have Corona or anything.
No.
So we just share.
Yep. Cool.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
So this right here is called in Danish the doctor's late night dinner.
Right. Wow.
And I have no idea why.
No.
In Danish it's called dyrlægens natmad, but that applies to the doctor's late night dinner.
Okay.
So
so we've got ham, we've got, is it pate?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it's called it's not well, it is from that animal, but it's called saltkød. So that is salty meat.
Right, yes.
It's called.
Yeah.
And then the wobbly black stuff is we call skyr.
Okay, and that's like a fruit jelly?
No, it's a jelly that tastes like salt. I don't put it on normally, but
we've got to try this. We've got to try this.
Let's try it. But I really like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what product I will apply to this.
No, there's almost no flavour, is there? There's not much texture. Let me try a bit more with the jelly.
With the jelly.
Yeah. That's very hard to decide.
Like the onion on it as well.
Yeah. That's the thing that makes it, I think. Let's see how the jelly.
Have you ever done something stupid like this, Steve?
Never like that. Wow. You know what this is? Back in the 1980s,
yes.
when Philips took over B&O,
yeah.
and they made things like BO Centre 2200, and it had a Bang Olufsen badge on it, and it was Philips, it was Japanese, they didn't even look special. The first taste, if you don't have the jelly, it's almost, you couldn't even tell what's in it. There's no texture, no real flavour. That's the feeling it gives me. And you add the jelly, you try to like it, and it gets worse.
Yeah.
And that's the thing for me. That it's that era. That's Philips era, Bang Olufsen of just.
So one product?
No, the whole
line.
All those beer centres from that point where they didn't have the look, but you try to like them. You try to want them to live up to the name, and the more you try, the worse it gets.
And that's the one I like.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, but no, that's
no, it's fine. Okay, so the doctor's late night dinner is applying to when B&O put a B&O badge on the Philips products that was made in China.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I must say, I love Danish food, but
yeah, this is crazy. I know. Yeah. I know. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Let's put it aside.
Okay.
Let's put Philips aside.
Yeah.
So this is where we need to go visit you.
Yeah. Oh, fried fish.
So this is fried fish, and then on top you put like this lemon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you'll get the big piece here.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Boom.
Right.
So this you call it, do you call it fish fillet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fish fillet.
Yeah, it's the same here.
Yeah.
But it's a luxury thing with shrimp on top. You like fried fish?
I love fried fish.
I love fish and chips.
I do.
That is actually good. That's the best one. Have you ever been interviewed while eating?
Never. I probably never will be again.
No.
But
it's also quite odd.
Yeah, but I know what this is. Because this is something that this shouldn't all work together. This is just not now. This is fried fish on an open sandwich with prawns and with the sauce. It feels like, sort of like it should be some thing from long ago. But yeah, it's like having a beer Sound 9000. It's sort of it shouldn't be as special as it is. But I just knew when I saw that, I was like, oh,
I'm home.
Good, that's good, and I shouldn't be liking it as much as I am, but it's just, it looks so inviting, and then when you try it, it's so much more special than it has any right to be. Yeah, that beer Sound 9000 is just a CD player.
But it's a damn good CD player.
Yeah, it's like this. You take fried fish and it just makes it Yeah. If I had to eat one thing for the rest of my life,
fried fish.
With prawns as a sandwich.
But why is this fish, the first one, so bad compared to this?
Good question. The first one is, I think it's the texture and the flavour, and it doesn't.
It was a bit sour as well.
Yeah, that's right. So it just works for a little tiny piece. Whereas this, you could live on this.
Yeah, I think that when I'm out visiting my parents on Sundays and we have the Sunday roast, then we have lunch, and they ask if I want one of those. And I say yes, because that's the only reason why you could get like this small liquor that we call snaps.
Yep.
And that's the reason why I eat it. But usually with curry, they have like this special curry haired thing.
Yeah. I imagine that could work.
It actually is quite good with the curry.
Yeah. And maybe, I don't know, we've taken the analogy too far, but that could be the emerge with the wooden trim. Or, as I keep telling everybody who'll listen, it should have leather. It shouldn't be black plastic, it should be maroon or dark blue leather. But then it sits in a bookcase as a vintage book.
The reddish leather from Belushi edition.
Oh, yes.
Then I would buy one.
Yeah.
Because the black one looks cheap.
Yeah.
The wooden one looks good, but that's the only color. If you could get it with either black leather, but I think the Belushi leather, that's for you, Willie. The reddish Belushi leather, that would look killer.
In fact, if anyone's listening who has any influence in that, and who I want to buy 2 emerges with the leather cover, if anyone at B&O will make them for me.
Can you get them at the bespoke department?
I did drop some very, very strong hints yesterday, but nobody's picked up on it yet. So,
no.
But yeah,
that would be cool.
Add the curry to the herring, and that's what you'd have. You'd have some that would make.
That's the Belushi edition of the emerge.
Yeah. Because the herring, it doesn't work because it doesn't have anything to make it special.
I agree. I'm not very, very fond of it. I think you can actually get. Yeah, that is some Danish. It's called remoulade. We use that on that fish. If you want to try it.
Thank you.
You didn't mean thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh, can I have some more?
Yeah. It's for us. I just think that Steve has put his finger into it to taste it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's what we eat with the fish.
Yeah. That makes it the Beer Sound 9000 with the white aluminium.
Okay, so we're upgrading.
Yeah, we're upgrading. That makes it something that you go, oh wow, I need that in
the jazzy part of it. Yeah, okay, I understand. That makes sense.
So are you going to run out of camera battery before I finish here?
Yeah, but that's fine. You don't need to eat it all. Unless you're hungry.
I want to carry on, but you're not going to have much of a video if I keep eating.
Well, it depends. We don't know. Maybe people have some kind of a fetish that they just want to see people eat. You never know on these channels.
No, that's right. You never know.
So Steve, to sum everything up at your visit to Denmark, how has it all been? I hear, people have been nice to you.
Absolutely,
people has
I always feel when I come to Bang Olufsen in Denmark that I'm meeting friends, and that's the same whether it's people who I've been having discussions with for years that have been ongoing and we catch up, or whether it's people who I meet for the first time. We have a shared passion, and as we were saying in the car, I don't think I've ever found another brand where the people involved love that brand, and that's the feeling I get when I come to Denmark to be.
Okay. Do you like the spirit at Bang & Olufsen better 20 years ago or now? I mean, it's two totally different companies from 20 years ago and then today.
Yeah. The feeling 20 years ago was that before the internet was as strong as it is now, there was no real way for customers to feed anything back other than you could say what you thought to your dealer, and he would know how you felt. Bang & Olufsen themselves cared about the customers but didn't know what they really genuinely wanted. Now we chat online, we have Facebook, Discord, Beowulf, all the other groups, and Bang & Olufsen look and listen and actually are interested, and I've seen examples where they change what they're doing because of what their customers want.
And they do actually participate as well.
Yes.
I mean, when they did the upgrade of the new B&O app, I said that I really hated the fonts.
Yeah.
And that was the new font of the website.
Yeah.
And I said, it doesn't look like the same font. The font on the website looks good. The font in the app looks terrible, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And then they actually went back to the lab and figured out that they haven't rendered it the correct way.
Yeah.
So they changed it, and it still not, in my opinion, the greatest font for the app, but it got better.
Yes.
So they do listen to the people now, and that's something. Also, the beta program they run is also a brand new thing that they try to involve the people, which I really love.
Oh yeah, it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
because people can opt into it and choose to be involved and choose to make a difference to how the products work. It's an incredible idea, but so like the best ideas, so simple.
Yeah, and also the support department now has in UK 24 hours a day.
That's right. Yes.
Right, that is also brand new, which is crazy. Steve, in 1 minute the TV is gonna be shut off. Oh, I have the remote. There you go. Yeah. I know how it works. Yeah. So in the lineup today, Steve, which product is your favorite product?
BOTF 28.
BOTF 28.
Absolutely.
Because of?
Because it looks so slim, so unassuming, but it can deliver so much more than you ever think possible. You look at BOTF 90, that we've got behind us, and you know there's something big, powerful and special there. And yeah, it delivers, it absolutely delivers, but it dominates a room. Whereas BOTF 28, you could have visitors who would just never notice it was there until it played. And the little bit of Bang & Olufsen theatre of the curtains opening is just, for me, part of the magic. The fact, the anticipation of watching it getting ready to do its work. So,
I agree.
Yeah.
How do you like the color combination on the 90s there?
I don't like gold and brass tones. For me, it's brushed aluminium all the way.
Okay.
So that's going back to my first ever B&O product, which was a mid-1970s BO Centre before Philips. Yeah, since then everything brushed aluminium. So that's how I'd have my 28s. Brushed aluminium floor stands and the new golden fabric.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the inner and the outer.
Yeah, that looks amazing. Yeah. I agree.
It's probably not an allowable colour combination, but that's how.
If you're paying, then it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked today on the Danish BOTF forum if because I said I'm going to meet with you and if they had any questions. Oh no. And the worst thing was that most of them just had nice things to say about you and not any questions. They were like, "Oh, you make great cables. You're a very fascinating person, and your videos is very good and useful." But let's.
There's a but. Yeah.
No. But let's get. It was just. But let's get to the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Here again. This is not a question. Just a big applause of his. Always good to help. Your help. You're helping people.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So. First of all was from Noah. He asked, what do you think about Denmark?
I love Denmark.
Yeah.
I was walking through Copenhagen last night when I arrived on the train, and I'm just amazed that, I mean, yes, we were saying it's graduation time at the moment, so all the young people have got their hats on and they're celebrating, and there are people cheering around the city, and you look at the buildings and there's a mixture of Dutch, Flemish architecture, and there are places, some of the royal palaces, look, you could almost be in Brussels or Bruges. The food, aside from the herring, is incredible. I've had some food up in Straw which was amazing. You get a mixture of flavours and textures you don't see anywhere else in Europe. The people are just amazing people, so complex. I don't think I'll ever understand the Danish approach, and that I mean that in a good way. It's what's created Bang Olufsen, that attention to detail, but the flair. You look at Danish design, and this is something that us Brits could never do. So I've got the utmost admiration for Denmark and the people and what you achieve. It's an amazing place, and I wish I could be here more often.
Good answer. You're not kicked out of the store yet. So another question is, which HDMI cable would you choose for 1 meter between an Eclipse first generation and the Sound Center?
Right. There's a reason I don't make or sell HDMI cables, and that's because it's with that particular cable there is nothing to be gained by getting a particular brand, and in fact buying a high-end brand can actually be a negative thing. HDMI is governed by very, very closely controlled standards. So for example, if you find a cable that says HDMI 2.0 or 2.1, you know that it's been certified to perform in a particular exact way in particular situations. So first of all, you look at the signal that you're putting through, and as long as you've got a cable that meets that specification, it will do the job and it will do it right. There is, I mean, I make cables for a living, but I would not try to sell you an expensive HDMI cable. You just need an HDMI 2.0 cable. If you're thinking of keeping it long term, and getting a 2.1, and you're future proofed. For 1 meter in particular, you're very unlikely to see any issues at all with any cable that meets the spec.
I always say right now I say buy 2.1.
Yeah.
The reason for it is that you're future proofed.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I have Per Larsen. He asked, how did your fascination of Bang Olufsen appear?
Right, I'll show you a photo, which in fact I'll send it to you as well, so that you can show it on screen if you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
But Christian Tier asked me this morning, so I showed him this picture.
Yeah.
Taken in 1973. That's me. That's my mum, who's unfortunately no longer with us, but in the background.
Yeah.
My father only spotted this a few weeks ago. That's one of her BOTF 1000 speakers.
Yeah.
And one of my earliest memories as a child was they had a BOTF 1000 turntable, and I used to go up to it and lift the lid and move the little silver lever that operated the turn arm, and straight away it would be, get your hands off that. But even as a child I could feel that was special. It felt heavy and solid, but yet fluid. And that ended up so that when I was 13 I bought my first ever Bang & Olufsen product of my own, BO Centre 3300.
Is that part of the doctor's late night dinner?
No, it isn't. It's before that era.
It's before the late night dinner.
Philips.
Okay.
So this is where all the circuit boards are wire wound and
okay.
made by hand.
Yep.
It's the one that's huge. It's about this long with a record player and a radio and amplifier, and weighs a ton. It's an incredibly big and heavy thing. But yeah, I've loved the brand from that point onwards, and it's just grown and grown.
Then Jim asks, ask Steve, what vintage B&O product is your favorite?
Right, well I suppose the easy answer is that BO
Yeah,
Centre, because I did
course.
buy another one and I'm trying to repair it and failing at the moment. But
You're failing?
I'm failing, yes.
What?
It's completely dead, this one. I've got power supply faults, the radio tuner is all out of spec, the turntable motor's gone. But that aside, I've got a few favourites. The recent vintage favourite is the Penta 3 speakers. That I just absolutely love them, and they're something that no matter what I upgrade, they will stay. But going back further than that, I've seen a few things in collections in Struer that I've absolutely loved, and one of them is the Beermaster 900 RG, the long wooden radiogram.
Yeah.
So my grandparents always had radiograms. They didn't have Bang & Olufsen. They had Rigonda Bolshoi, which sounded amazing but looked terrible. And so the first time I saw the Beermaster 900 RG, I loved it because it sounds great for the era, and it looks so elegant. So that's my favourite deep vintage.
Okay. Then Carsten Trabja asks, what do you think B&O should be focused on in the future?
Right, loudspeakers.
Loudspeakers?
BOLab loudspeakers. And BOLab for me, the current best product is the BOLab 28. I think I mentioned a bit earlier. So I think we need to take that technology and bring it into some slightly smaller speakers but equally elegant. And if you look back at Bang & Olufsen's history, far and away their most popular best-selling loudspeaker, will you tell me, Henrik, what do you reckon?
The best-selling loudspeaker?
Best-selling loudspeaker ever for Bang & Olufsen.
CX?
Nope.
Not?
Bigger.
Is it?
Yeah. Bit newer.
The best-selling, that is probably either the 6,000 or the 8,000.
6,000.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what we need for the 21st century.
Yeah.
BOLab 6000, Mozart platform,
Yeah.
a mini BOLab 28.
Yeah, but isn't the 28 mini? Yeah,
yeah.
But isn't that kind of the balance?
No, because the balance isn't a BOLab. It lacks the power link, so you don't have an instantaneous line input. The mini jack line input on the balance, particularly the Google versions, has got a delay.
Yeah.
So you can't feed a video signal, say from a BeoVision, straight into it. You can still use it with a BeoVision, but you have to work around.
Yeah.
So I want a BOLab that's got the style of BOLab 28.
Yep.
Doesn't need the moving curtains. It just needs to be a bit smaller, a bit slimmer. Bring the price down a little bit. Maybe hide a subwoofer somewhere in the back of the column.
Yeah.
Slim and elegant. An opportunity to use some brushed aluminium. Some nice. It's not kvadrat, is it? It's how do you say that?
Yeah. Kvadrat. Yeah.
Kvadrat.
Yeah.
Kvadrat.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yes.
Kvadrat. Yeah.
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 Kvadrat fabric.
Yeah, because that also makes the product look very, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. I would like, of course, the 6000 in a newer shell with newer technology, because the technology has gone a long way.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if they just look away from the sub in the 28 and just deliver a small bass, middle tone, and then the tweeter. Yeah. That would be a very good speaker also. It will not be as big of a speaker, but it will be nice for everyday use, and you can always add on a small subwoofer.
Yes.
And I totally agree with you on that. But I would like to see some kind of a new version of the Lab 3, Lab 17 as well.
Okay, I think that's where balance fits in more closely.
Yeah.
But yes, something that is maybe even a BOLab balance. So something that has the PowerLink input, direct connection to a TV, not just a new TV over Weezer, but one that has the ability to cable to a classic BeoVision 10, BeoVision 7, BeoCenter 6. Because the key with Bang & Olufsen is that you don't have to just throw everything away and buy everything new whenever you want to refresh. You can mix and match. You can keep your classic 70s, 80s, 90s products and add something new. So if we had, say, a balance that was a BOLab, then it could go onto an older TV, and it makes that integration much easier.
Yeah, I totally agree, Steve. I totally agree. Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me pick you up as your chauffeur for the day.
Thank you.
And it was great to have you here. It was great to talk to you. Hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Maybe I will be in the UK apparently something is going to happen with me in the UK, so I will probably come by soon. But this was a English video on the BOTF channel. Crazy stuff. So until we meet again, have a good time.
Tak.
Tak, og hej hej.